What up, boys? Welcome back to the channel. So I had one of my subscribers send me this clip right here, Almighty. So he gets this Allen Iverson pack right here. He's gonna drop right there. He only had 2 ball drops. He does get the Allen Iverson pack. Good for him. So he goes on over right away to redeem this shit. He's running over there. He scrolls all the way to the right. The last pack. Here he goes. He's gonna open it, and here comes some crazy luck right here. Yeah, drop a like for the boy right here, man, because he deserves it. On this video, Allen Iverson pulled unreal luck. He sold him for 230,000 MT. Congrats to you, brother. And then right here, Kevin Ace sent me this right here. He pulled 3 diamond LeBrons with 100k VC. Yeah, that's kind of unreal right there. But yeah, man, let's get on to this video. Going 12-0, some tips and tricks for you guys. Enjoy. So yeah, fellas, hopefully you enjoyed that little intro clip. Real quick, man, we're about to hit 5,000 subscribers. That was my goal for the year. So if you guys have been subscribed for a while and you're a loyal subscriber, I just want to say thank you for that. To anybody that's watching, it's your first time here, hit the sub button. Help us reach our goal of 5k. And let's get on to the video, man. I'm gonna give you guys some tips. You guys have been asking me for some tips on going 12-0 for this pink diamond mono, but honestly, this is gonna be a general tips for you to just win games. Because going 12-0 is really up to you and you figuring out a play style that works for you. But I'll just give you some tips and some things that I do. You can see behind me the overall my team, so let's just move myself out the way real quick. This is the thing that, you know, a lot of people in the community are doing, is to lower your overall and hopefully, keyword is hopefully, matching up against a lesser opponent. I don't know if it's cheesy, corny, bullshit. I don't care, honestly. Until 2K fixes it, this is something that's in the game. I don't know if it's true for the matchmaking. I just don't know. So how you do it is you go to your franchise. Actually, you go to your coaching, and then you're gonna adjust the minutes. Look at how I have the minutes. You're gonna give 3 bronze players all the minutes all the way up, and then you find your 2 lowest overall rated cards and you give them minutes as well. That's how I do it. Matter of fact, we could lower this mono right here, and yeah, do it like that, and that'll get your overall to whatever it is. Obviously, depending on the cards you have, it'll be a little bit higher or a little bit lower. Yeah, I don't know if it works. Sometimes you do get matched up against lesser opponents, but honestly, you're still gonna run into pink diamond teams. So that's the main tip I want to give you guys. That's just a general tip that's not necessarily gonna completely help you. This is just a strategy that might be in the game for a month or 2, and it might be taken away. So if you guys want to do this, that's how you do that. Now, what I actually want to take pride in is giving you actual tips to help you out. So first and foremost, if you look at my team, man, I got 2 ruby centers, and that's not to say I could get better cards. Look at my MT. I obviously have the diamond Marcus Camby. I have the amethyst Anthony Davis. The reason I'm rocking out with these 2 guys right here, obviously 7'3", with the height. Carl Anthony Towns, a true center. But 100% is because they can stretch the floor. They have a 3 ball, so that's why I'm running these guys right here. If you guys are struggling to score on the off ball, try the pick and fade. Okay, I keep telling you guys, run the pick and fade. Very much seen this here, where you're gonna be running into are the annoying screens and people literally just dancing back and forth behind the center, taking the 3-pointer with the point guard or the shooting guard or whoever, spamming the 3s off of the screen, and they'll literally stand there the whole 24 seconds zigzagging back and forth until they feel like they get a decent look and let the shot go off. Do the same thing, but do it efficiently, right? So run a correct pick and fade with these big guys right here. Kristaps, Carl Anthony Towns. You could get the amethyst, Joel Embiid, just cards that you know you can shoot with, and that's just definitely gonna open up the floor for you. Once he needs to adjust to the pick and fade, then you're gonna start getting your guards and the wings open and things of that nature. So that's my #1 tip of what I do. Okay, you guys asked me for my tips. That's what works for me. I run the pick and fade. Sometimes you want to go with the pick and roll, switch it up. You don't want to stay consistently doing pick and fades because the CPU and the player itself, they're going to adjust. So switch it up a bit. With that being said, you need to find the coach that works for you. If you take a look at this Dwayne Casey and take a look at what he does for Grant Hill, he gets his 3-point rating, +4 on the open shot 3, the open shot mid. Like, basically, he's an offensive coach. You want to get either Dwayne Casey or Mike D'Antoni if you want to run offense. If you want to go with defense, obviously you go with the Greg Popovich and things like that. I think most people go with the offense. Yeah, these are the 2 coaches you want to be running: Dwayne Casey, Mike D'Antoni. They're gonna get the ratings up offensively, and the most important shot you're gonna have in this game is obviously the 3-ball. Taking a look at my record right now, obviously I already have the mono. I'm 5-0, guys, and this is just me playing casually. Like, I'm telling you, you can't stress. Mentally, you gotta also prepare yourself. I see so many people come into my streams telling me, bro, I'm 11-0, should I play right now? This, like, yo, don't get in your own head, right? I think psychology plays a key role in how you play the games. A lot of people choke their last game because they get nervous. They don't play the same. You literally take yourself out of your own game, your own comfort. It's not even the other player doing anything. It's literally you crumbling your own chances of winning the game because you go into it with a different mindset, knowing, and it's a human thing. You know that it's the last game. You gotta pull it out. So you'll make it harder on yourself. You'll hesitate to take that open shot because you just overthinking. Don't overthink. That's my next tip. Don't overthink. Just play the game. If you're gonna lose, guess what, bro? It's just a loss. You can always do it again. Yes, is it annoying? Could you miss out on some cards? Yes, and that's going to happen. Me, for example, 11-1, and I never went for it again for the Michael Finley. I just didn't want to. I didn't care. What's the outcome? I'm not gonna get the Opal Galaxy card for having all of the cards completed. It's okay. It's just a game at the end of the day. But I want you guys to know, man, mentally, don't crumble yourself. Don't do it. Like, people hesitate. You can't do it. The way that I play the game is have fun, have fun, have fun. Don't stress it. I swear to God, it works for me. That's how I get my wins. Alright, so I'm not gonna beat around the bush. Let's get to it. Let's just talk about defense, right? So what you want to do defensively to win games, and more than offense, defense is what wins games, because defense is what's gonna create fast break opportunities for you. And in this game, whoever wins the fast break, like literally, I swear to God, whoever wins the fast break matchup, 90% of the time you're winning the game. It's just facts. It literally is. Getting easy steals for easy breakaway, like you just can't stop it. Either you pull it for the 3 wide open or just go all the way to the rim. Whoever has the most fast break points typically wins the game. But how do you get those steals? Okay, so if you consider yourself a good defender, you want to be playing on ball all the time. Switch from player to player. You want to be playing the passing lanes. What does that mean? If you think your opponent is going to pass to the left, you want to switch to that player before the pass gets made and try to intercept the ball, right? So just be guessing. The way that I see it is, if I'm on offense, what move would I be making, right? So that's what you want to, you kind of want to be predicting. You want to put yourself in the offensive player's shoes. People don't look at it like that. But when people are on defense, they're just literally just controlling the guy. Don't do that. Think about what you would do if you were on that side of the ball. And that's how you're going to get those steals right there. Now, what I'm about to say is going to anger some people, but it must be said because, well, it's just a strategy that it's very efficient. Not one that I'm too fond of, but it's in the game and it's very, very strong and overpowered right now. It's the off-ball defense. Now, I don't recommend you doing it, but if you are really such a bad on-ball defender, yo, try some off-ball defense. 2K has made the CPU, bro, I don't even know what 2K did this year, but yo, if you are struggling to get stops, I'm not saying off ball the whole game, but try 1 or 2 possessions. See if you can get a stop, then go back to the on ball. See how that works out. Then go back to the off ball if you keep struggling. Alter between off ball and on ball defense is gonna definitely bother your opponent, not knowing if you're guarding him or if it's the CPU guarding him. It definitely takes people off their game unless they're running plays. If you run up against the dude running plays non-stop, just hope your CPU adjusts. Talking about adjusting, let's talk about the settings. I don't touch my settings. Is that a mistake? I believe so. I think you should touch the settings. They're there for a reason, but I just don't because, well, I get wins regardless. Like, it's just how it works for me. But I will say this for the screens, and this is just 2K knowledge. You want to go over the screens on defense, off ball and on ball. You want to put play tight. Now, you don't put deny ball because you guys are gonna overcommit. You're gonna get beat on the drive, and then make sure you guys are pushing towards the baseline. Do not push towards the middle. Put your settings for your defense to allow guys to go baseline, not necessarily the middle, because it's gonna crumble your whole defense. Go over the screens. Don't deny. Play tight. Another strategy that's been very effective against me, not one that I like doing, I just don't like my defense to be set up this way, is the full court press, full court pressure set. If somebody's running the full court press on you, what you want to do is right away call for a pick and get through that initial pick, and you're good to go. Clear lanes all the way through. You're gonna have a mismatch, but yeah, that's how you break the full court press. However, if you want to try it yourself, give it a go. Try running a full court press, not the whole game, because people will figure it out, especially if it's a good player. But every once in a while, do it. Now, lastly on defense, the one thing, and I haven't seen it too much this year, a couple of players know how to do it effectively. I feel like I'm one of those guys that every once in a while I throw it in and it works out. It's the double team. So call for some double teams when you feel like it's a good time. 2K this year, the pace is different, okay? So people space the floor more efficiently now than ever. So if you call for a double team at the wrong time, they're gonna drill a wide open shot, and it's gonna be bad for you, especially if you're spamming double teams. Don't spam double teams, but do call double teams when it's the right time, when you feel like it's a smart play, because, well, you'll get a jump ball, you might get a turnover, some fast break points. Not a lot of people run double teams this year, I will say that, but if you do it efficiently, it could definitely improve your game. And yeah, guys, let's just end it off with why I'm running Grant Hill at the 1. Guys, a lot of people run big guys like Giannis, LeBron James, Andre Kirilenko I've seen at the 1. It's just unreal. You're gonna get posted. You're gonna have a size mismatch. So it's like you can't defend if you have Stephen Curry at the 1 going up against Andre Kirilenko. Like, it's just unfair. So to counter that, what I do is I'm running Grant Hill. Obviously, very defensive, good card. 6'8" in height. I'm not just gonna get killed. Is it cheesy? Yes, but it's my method of countering the bullshit that other players bring to the table, right? So that's how I play. I would suggest you guys find bigger point guards. If you want to run with a traditional point guard, obviously we'll be getting a Magic Johnson. If you want to run a true point guard, you can run Oscar Robertson at the 1. Things of that nature. If you don't want to feel like you're bullshitting too much, go with those big guys, because it's definitely going to help your game. If you're running Stephen Curry, well, I hope you know what you're doing. Obviously, call a lot of screens for Stephen Curry, and you want to just push the pace. Guys, that's all I have. I just don't want to spam you guys with information. You know, this is just a very informative video. Hopefully, you picked out on some things. Like, honestly, though, the pick and fade is just my go-to. So I could only give you that tip because it's what I do. It's what works for me. It's how I make people pay for playing off ball. You feel me? Like, that's what works for me. But I will say this, man, you could learn some money plays, get a couple of different playbooks. I find domination to be like a scientific playground, straight up. I go in there with different playbooks, I learn a couple of different plays, and some of those plays become money plays. What does that mean? It means I learn them. They're just unstoppable plays that give me wide open shots, wide open threes, wide open drives to the basket. You gotta learn a couple of plays, learn a couple of playbooks, maybe 1 or 2 that you learn really well, learn 4 or 5 plays that you're just money with, and you go online prepared. You don't just want to go freelance. You can't just freelance basketball all the time. You gotta have some plays, some little tricks up your sleeve, and feel confident. Once you feel confident, you'll start getting wins. Yes, you'll get losses. There's gonna be losses. Don't get discouraged. That's my last tip right here, man. Just don't get discouraged. 2K can be very discouraging. There's players that are really, really good that exploit the game. It comes with the territory. You want to play my team? This is part of it, man. It's just how it goes. Hopefully you guys enjoyed the video, man. I know I've been rambling on, but I feel like a lot of information I'm giving you guys, it's 100% on point. I'm being factual. I don't want to bullshit. I'm showing you the overall thing, how it works. I'm showing you why I'm running, you know, Grant Hill at the 1. I'm showing you how I score on the off-ball defense. Pick and fade. Just trust me. Try a couple of these things out. Learn some money plays. Go into domination. Try some different playbooks. Run different plays at different positions. It took me a while to get my team to where it's at, and I have better players I could throw in here. Guess what? These are the ones that I know how to play with. Everyone is different. I may not know a release that you know. You may know how to shoot with a player that I just can't get his release down packed. We are all different. So it's up to you to find the lineup and the plays that you think are money. Straight up, I've gotten beat by cards that I'm like, how is he doing that with that card? Straight up, I beat people with Karl Anthony Towns coming off the bench giving me 20 points. People must be like, how does this even happen? Learn how to play with specific plays, how to get their release down packed, and you'll be good, you'll be solid. Guys, that's gonna be the tips for going 12-0. Hopefully you enjoyed. Hopefully it's helpful. Hopefully if I could at least just motivate you to go out there and try different things, then I did my job, man. Drop a like on this, hit the sub button. It's your boy Dcentric, man. I'm checking out.